Right, Blighty Boxing, Frank Warren, Queensberry here with the Peacock Gym's missing person, Chris Bourke. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, all good. Where have you been?
Well, I was meant to have a fight in December, yeah, and it got cancelled. So obviously
Is that the Dubai thing?
Yeah, obviously I wasn't making any money, so I had to get the building boots back out and get back working.
How was that?
It was alright. It was a bit of a pain, but it's got to be done, isn't it? Christmas time and stuff, needed a bit of money, so.
What were the others like? So, here he is, he's back.
Eh?
What were the others like? Sort of give you a nice welcome back, did they? Or
Yeah.
it all changed since you left?
Yeah, well, all the boys that had gone? Yeah, I mean, everyone had just sort of finished fighting anyway. It was only me and Louis that was...
No, sorry, I mean on the site.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, to be honest, it was a private job that I was basically doing on my own anyway, so I was just chipping away on my own, just making a bit of money.
So you had a bit of time off from training, you just sort of said with nothing coming up?
Yeah, well, I mean, I knew there was nothing the rest of this year, so the rest of last year, so when that fight got cancelled, I just worked till the end of the year.
Had that fight gone ahead in December, in your own mind, psychologically as well as physically, were you convinced that your hand was ready to go?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've been itching to get back because I've just been sitting on that last fight, which was a loss, and any time I see anyone, that's all they talk about. And I want to get back to winning ways, winning more titles. I don't want to keep having to talk about that fight where I didn't perform well. Do you know what I mean? So it's more mentally frustrating than anything else.
That's one of the difficulties for fighters. Is like, it's no wonder sometimes they can be a bit insecure because the questions they get asked by people, just day-to-day sort of meetings with people. The first one is, when are you out? Yeah. And if you don't know, and there's nothing coming up, it's difficult, isn't it? You want to give an answer, don't you?
It does my head in.
Sometimes you're none the wiser, are you? So that must play on the mind a little.
It's frustrating, yeah. It's been it will be coming up to a year since my last fight, and
and the other one, like you say, coming off a loss.
Yeah, exactly. I've just been sitting on it.
You reconciled it, but then people still, it's still a topic of conversation for them, isn't it?
No, of course, yeah.
As you're going to discover in a minute when we move on.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, how long? I mean, the injuries were the big takeaway from that fight, weren't they?
because I thought my hand was better, and then I'll be training and it'd hurt again, and so it's taken a long time to heal, but it's feeling good now. So I just want a busy year.
I saw you ripping away at the bag. I mean, that just shows, but you've got confidence in it now. I suppose that's the main thing. Yeah,
get back sparring and stuff, and when I'm throwing it and it's not hurting, it's just
Are you sparring at the moment?
Yeah, I'm just getting back into it now, sort of thing. Yeah.
Any information on news or sort of what's on the horizon?
No, I'm waiting for Martin to get me a date.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the fight you had was Mark Leach. Then he sort of got himself beaten, didn't he? Yeah. And you've got Brad Foster, who got beaten by Beluta, who then lost to Davis. And Davis is sort of the common theme in here, but he's actually one you haven't fought, isn't he?
Yeah, no.
What do you think of him? What do you like?
A good kid, from what I've seen. Look, I always say it, super bantamweight, the division of talent. There's a big talent pool there. But he's a very good fighter. Obviously, Beluta, I think, played to his style, because he's quite aggressive, throws a lot of shots, and Davis likes to box and keep it long. But good fighter, doesn't do anything bad.
Liam had his number, didn't he?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, exactly.
I think Beluta probably was the favourite, wasn't he, going into the fight?
Maybe to some people. I didn't think he was. I thought it was a good 50-50 fight,
But they were making him out to be this big killer, weren't they? Who was going to be too much and too powerful for Davis, but Davis just does what he does, doesn't he? It seems to work for him, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You talk about this clutch of super bantams. If you were to determine your own year, how involved with them would you like to get, and what would you like to happen?
Well, I think I'm actually going to drop down to bantam. I think that's the next step. I can make it. Might make. I think it's quite open, that division. I see Sean McGoldrick's fighting for the British and Commonwealth. That's a fight I'd like. So I think that's my next steps, really.
So, I mean, obviously you're at a low weight anyway. Whose idea is it to sort of squeeze you even further?
It's no one's idea. Nah, it's just I've been seeing how I've been doing the weight and stuff, and I know bantam's achievable, and it won't be that. I've been doing super bantam because it's comfortable and I feel strong at it, but I know I can do bantam, so I think why not try it?
Just think when you weigh in for the first time, if it's a bit tight, you might have to shave that beard off.
God forbid.
Shaving off everything just to get down to that weight.
Yeah.
Someone else from your super bantam, Andrew Kane, he's also
Yeah.
decided he wants to go lower.
Well, I
hasn't
think
he?
we're both in that position. We can make super bantam, but we could also make bantam. So, you know.
I mean, he's sort of saying, why not have the advantages of being a bit bigger down there?
Well, that's exactly how I
his
feel.
viewpoint. And
Yeah.
you obviously feel the same. I mean, one thing people have said to me over the years is when you go down a weight, they say you lose something. You don't know what it is, but you will lose something. Is that something you?
Well, listen, if I go down and I don't feel good at the weight or I'm not performing, I'll just go back up to super bantam. I ain't stressed, but I just think personally I can make bantam. I might as well do it.
Do you need a fight down there, or are you going to jump in?
Leave that to mine.
What's your thoughts?
Well, it's a 2 kilo. I don't know really. It depends what's offered to me, to be honest. It'd probably be good.
Times, you feel like
I feel like maybe a little fight
in.
just to get back into it, see how my hand is with the smaller gloves, and then get back straight to titles. Really, it's probably the smartest move.
But by the same token, it'd be very tempting just to say, I've missed out all this time. Let's just get back in the thick of the title fight.
That's it. But sometimes you've got to be smart, don't you? So that's why I've got a team around me, a good team around me to make them decisions for me.